So,
And also
good evening.
Miss,
Mhm.
sorry, and also Miss Hannah Macharia, right? Madam,
Yes.
Madam Hannah Macharia, please say hi to us so I can double check that I have already set you as the co-host.
Yes, good morning. I'm around.
Good morning, good morning. Let me set you as a co-host. Now you're already as a co-host. All right. Now, we still have, I think we have everybody here, right?
Yeah, we have a quorum. I think we can begin. The rest will find us on the way.
Okay, and Mr. Fred, do you allow me to play the video once again?
Okay,
The video of the 31st anniversary, the China trip.
no problem, madam.
Okay, I'm going to play
You
it
can
once
play
again,
again.
and then I'm going to hand over the host to you. All right?
Okay, okay.
Okay, all right. All right. Once again, very good evening to everybody. Now, I'm going to hand over the floor to Mr. Fred, the marketing manager of Kenya branch. So today, I'm very honored to be one of your VIP guests.
Thank you very much, madam, for this opportunity. You will share for me or I share the screen myself?
Please, you share the screen.
Okay.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hi everybody from South Africa, from Kenya, from each and every countries of Africa and beyond. We know that each time we're going to have some guest, some audience from
Sorry about that.
Canada, USA. Yes. You can start
Sorry.
sharing your screen. It's okay. We are ready. Good. Yeah, it was fun.
It's okay, yeah?
Yeah, it's okay. It's very nice.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's Greenwald Africa Empowerment Session. My name is Fred. I'm honored to be your host. I am the marketing manager, Greenwald Kenya, and I have this privilege this evening to be taking you through this wonderful sharing session. So tonight's theme is called Experiencing Greenwald at the Source, a journey of discovery, growth, and inspiration. Last week, we had the privilege and the joy of listening to our colleagues all the way from South Africa who attended this year's China trip in Nanjing and who also participated in most of the or many of the organized activities during that event. And tonight we continue with that journey, where we will be talking closer home to some of our distributors, Greenwald Kenya distributors, who were part of that entourage that was in China. And they will be sharing with us their experiences, including what they saw on the city tours, the sightseeing, the cultural exchange or immersion, the opportunities to learn from others, other people, other distributors from other countries, and also what they experienced at the commendation ceremony. And I'm honored to introduce these wonderful leaders. The first one, and you can see them on your screen, is Madame Phelisters Ambuka, followed by Madam Hannah Macharia. We also have one gentleman, Mr. Josphat Ogolla. And this evening, we are also honored to have among the guests the executive director of Greenwald International Business School, Madam Rainie Wang, who will be talking to us about her role, or about the role she played in the organization of the entire trip and ensuring that everything flowed smoothly. To the guests, we are honored to have you with us. To begin, I will call upon the guests to introduce themselves. We will start with Madame Phelisters. You can please tell us your name and also the position or current position in Greenwald.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning,
Pleased to
ma'am.
be here this wonderful evening. And thank you so much, Fred. Thank you, Madam Rain, for this opportunity. My name is to Moses Ambuka. I'm a trained teacher, but I don't practice teaching anymore. I'm also a psychological counselor. And in Greenwald, I'm a Star 6 consultant. And I'm a woman of faith. I know with God all things are possible.
Next, Madam Hannah.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to be here today. I'm Hannah Macharia or Mrs. Macharia. I'm a semester consultant. We are ready to share the experience in China. Thank you.
Mr. Josphat?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is Josphat Ogolla, and I'm a seven-star consultant in Greenwood. I'm also committed and thankful to my upline, Mr. Wilson Ogega and Juliet Diana, for bringing me to this successful profession. Today, I'm also ready to share the China experience as per the directive you're going to give us. Thank you.
And finally, Madam Rainie, please introduce yourself.
Good day, good morning, good evening. My name is Rainie Wang, Director of Greenwood International Business School and Head of the Education and Training Department. I'm honored to be your guest. Thank you.
You are all welcome. I hope that what we are going to share tonight will be of great use and inspiration to those who are listening to us. So first things first, to begin, I'm going to ask our distributors. I know to qualify for the China trip is quite some extreme hard work. Now, I wanted to know, how do you feel, or how did you feel when you saw your name on that China trip list? Let's start with Madam Phelisters.
Thank you so much, Fred. Seeing my name on the China trip qualifying list, when I first saw my name, I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know how to behave. It was really overwhelming. And actually, but when my upline, Madam Clementine, congratulated me and posted on our group, and finally the messages started coming in, actually, or flowing in, and calls came, and messages came into my phone, and they came into the group. Now it's when the reality dawned that this is true. And I could actually see that it's a very important to work hard, and it is paying. And it was overwhelming to see how much you could be paid for working or for doing something that is.
Thank you very much for that. Madam Hannah, tell us about how you, I know it's not your first time, but you know, every year is a different experience. How did you feel?
My first time to qualify for trip was 2018. I was overwhelmed. I was very, very
Right.
happy.
So it was an awesome and fulfilling.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, continue.
Yes, my first trip to qualify was 2018. I was very happy. It was a dream come true. When I was going through the photos of my past, I saw myself when I was celebrated my first trip in 2018. You could not buy me. I'm grown up now, and I'm really beautiful, and I felt is a dream come true, because it was a prayer for the future to qualify for a China trip. Thank you.
Josphat, tell us about how you felt. I know this is your first one.
Yeah, I'm again privileged to be here. And just to share what I felt extremely good and fulfill one of my dreams of traveling the world. And through Greenwell profession, it was officially confirmed. And I really don't take it for granted. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, to the second question. When you landed in China, what was the first impression? Madam Phelisters.
I don't know if I can talk my journey to China, but the first impression upon in China is that when the plane landed at Pudong Airport in Shanghai, it was just before midnight. The spelling Shanghai gave me a feeling that words can hardly describe. I don't know what I felt. Just to see those red letters, Shanghai, and I said, God, I am here. It was a mix of excitement, gratitude, and it was awesome. The airport was very clean, well organized, clearly marked with the directions that made every navigation to be very easy. When those who were with me remember the self-scanning area when we scanned our passports. And I just felt, this is technology to another level. This is another way of just making things more easier. I was deeply impressed by the efficiency of technology experience. And just the way you are ushered in, you are welcomed, you feel so important, you are treated very specially. I'm telling you, I felt good, and I felt that it was worth it. Thank you.
Josphat, what were your expectations before this trip? And did this experience meet, exceed, or did not meet your expectations?
Okay, to start with, the expectations was just to explore the world and to witness the historic moment of traveling by plane. Actually, it exceeded the experience, and I was amazed with the expectation that I got there. Thank you.
Hannah, despite the fact that you've been to China before, this particular trip, did it meet or exceed your expectations? And for as such, what were your expectations?
Mr. Fred, Greenwald has, anytime we travel, it has always given us the best. It has always given us the best. The first thing is a warm welcome. Like this time, we were given a warm welcome by the staffs, and we were given a scarf to mark the friendship and the relationship with the company. And the scarf, we used to travel with them anytime we go out. And also they give us a cute mascot. We call it it's kind of a teddy bear. It's a toy, a mascot. It signifies it was a blueberry festival. So anytime we travel, there is always a special thing the company provides us, and it will always exceed our expectations. Thank you.
Madam Phelisters, I come back to you. Tell us a bit about the travel experience, all from Nairobi, JKIA to DXB in Dubai, and then finally Pudong in Shanghai. Tell us a little bit about that travel experience.
Thank you so much, Fred. First, also, when I answered that, I also want to just talk a bit about the expectations. My expectations were before the trip I expected clear guidance on what was required of us from the preparation steps to travel, or maybe arrangements and conduct. And Greenwood exceeded my expectation in every way. I would say that the organization communication was up to date. If we come to my travel and the visit, I was taking the second plane. Them is my son, and when the communication was coming, and I remember on day 15, Fred posted 15 days to go. I can't forget that day. And my heart was skipping. They will know today is that a friend of mine lost in the Ethiopian airline, the one that went down in the mud. And I think this time the phobia came back and it was eating me up slowly. Nobody knew. So when we went to the airport and my son told me, I wish you could be in the first plane or we would go together. And I thought this thing is serious. And then Fred told us, get out of the house and go to the airport because we have lost the prime minister. And I said, this journey is getting more complicated. But when we went there and I was able to go to the airport, we were able to check in the... I can say my first trip to Dubai, that is when I got to an aeroplane for the first time in my life. And I kept on telling my heart, stay in my body. Don't come out. It was so scary to me. But nobody could knew. I was just calm, but I was scared. But I kept on praying, and the person, and she kept on saying that actually I needed those prayers. And she could not keep on saying, pray, pray. But when I got to telling you, I was so excited. I was so happy. My first landing in Dubai, I saw everything just not what I was expected. It was exceeding what I was expecting. And also, Fred was always there to guide us. And I was so humbled that he could always take us like his children. Sit here, wait here, stand here, let us go this way. And sometimes I could feel that it was overwhelming, but you kept on staying calm. It helped me also to with us. And from Dubai to now Shanghai, I was relaxed and I was really feeling good. So I can say that it was my first experience in many things, but it was excellent. It didn't leave me torn. It left me a better person. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Phelisters, for that. Madam Hannah, Madam Phelisters has said she would have loved to travel with her son in the same plane, but it was not possible. We were too many, and we had to be booked in separate flights. But you were lucky. You traveled with your better half. How was that experience from Nairobi to DXB to Shanghai?
I traveled with my better half, and I also had a special guest. We work with my mom. So I was privileged to travel with my real mom. Yes, my real mom. She qualified for a trip. So we worked we were 3 people in one family. It was so enjoyable. It was something beautiful. And my mom was very, very happy. She was enjoyed. It was her first time to travel to China. And there was a time I had given a story. My grandma, when she was almost dying, she blessed my mom. And she said that, one day you will be carried by an airplane, not because you'll be sick, but because you'll be going to travel. We couldn't see like something one day that thing will come to true. But because of Greenwald, my mom have traveled to China, not because she was sick, but because of the enjoyment. Come to the flight. We always go, the company always look for the best flight. Fly Emirates. In the airplane, the people we were sitting with them, they could ask, because all of us, we had uniform. They could come and ask us, where are you going? Why are you so many? Have you paid for yourselves? And we were, no. It's our company who have paid with us. Then your company is very rich. And we were, yes, it's very rich. And it is a privilege because it's a pride. We should be proud because the company gives us what we require. And also, the best experience is when you're traveling with special buses. You're also traveling with special buses. You can imagine all the blessings. We usually go beyond the clouds, and we are there with Mr. Macharia and our mom. And usually say when you're above the clouds, your prayers are answered easily than the person who is on the ground. And I'll see mom happy and praying for us and blessing us. And I'm telling you, this business is for everyone. Don't feel shy to ask your brothers, your sisters, your parents to work with you. My mom worked with us. Thank you. Thank
you, Hannah. To our listeners, this just shows you that when you join Greenwald and when you work hard, this company does not only pay you financially, but it opens your doors to explore the world. And what better way to do that than to have your better half on your side and your mother on this other side. And for Madam Phelisters, she was traveling with her son, even though they were not on the same plane. But I'm sure it is one of the most wonderful experiences. Josphat, tell us about your travel experience. And is this the first time you're on a plane? I would like to know also.
Thank you, Fred. Yeah, to start with, actually, it was my first time to be on a plane. I've never boarded a plane before. Even in my village, I think I'm the first one to go to China. So it was an amazing experience, actually. From that day to the airport, to everything, to the airport staffs, to the travel experience in the aeroplane. We ate, we drank, we did all sorts of things. But the amazing part of it is that I traveled with my immediate upline. I also traveled with the upline of my upline of the upline of my upline, the leader on top. I also traveled with the two of my immediate downlines. So it was really an amazing experience because we really got this together. And just to share about the experience on an aeroplane between Nairobi to Dubai, it was a flight that took around roughly 5 hours. And it was amazing passing different countries, seeing the deserts, the oceans. And then when you landed to Dubai, Dubai is actually another world. Modern, vibrant, so amazing and so big. The airport is so big and also busy. That was also my first time to see actually a giant airport. So it was really amazing. And then after boarding from Dubai to Shanghai Pudong International Airport. The journey was so far because it took around 8 hours. And it was also amazing because we got everything we wanted. There was there was more than enough drinks. There was more than enough food to eat. There were so many things. So the experience was really amazing. The cabin crew was so welcoming. They were so helpful. And generally everything was good. So as we began landing in Shanghai, first of all, we passed across so many countries, so many deserts, the landscapes, the coastlines of China. I also passed towards Wuhan. I saw Wuhan where the corona begins. So it was really an amazing journey. And once we landed in Pudong International Airport, it was actually the beginning of a whole thing. Actually, it was a highlight to me especially, and also to the fellow distributor that we work with, since many of them, it was their first time. And everything was just got organized well because we worked with leaders who could help us, the directions, the whole process, and also where we were received by China distributors and leaders. Also, we took historical photos there before we begin the journey to Nanjing. So when we boarded actually China, the China technology is actually more advanced and it's more high tech. The transport system, you could see the people so busy, they are so polite, and also everyone is busy. And if they tell you this area has a population of this, you could not imagine because there are no people on the streets. Everyone seemed to be busy, everyone seemed to be committed and also hardworking and also polite. And as we boarded the bus to Nanjing, that is when we felt so much experience because we saw the beauty of China's and also the Nanjing, the Shanghai city, the landscape from small towns, different town and everything. And also the journey was, it took around 6 hours plus the stop rest place, which was so long, but it was so enjoyable because we could see so many landscapes. We could see the waters, we could see the cars, we could see the roads, how they are clean, how everything is just amazing. I could just imagine it was really, really, really amazing, Fred. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Josphat, for that elaborate depiction of what you experienced. I will come back to our distributors in a bit, but now I want to skip and go to Madam Rainie, who was part of she was the leader of the organizing and planning committee for this trip. And my question to Madam Rainie would be, Madam Rainie, please briefly introduce your role in this whole planning and coordination.
Thank you, Aid. Actually, we have a very big coordination crew, and I'm one of the crew members of the coordinators of the conference. And to my honor, as one of the MCs for the gala dinner, I hope you find me a good one. And when you traveled in China, I served of Africa delegation as a tour guide. Maybe not a professional one, but I did my best.
Thank you. We appreciated your work, madam. You are a good MC. You are always a good MC, so don't worry about that. The next question would be, when planning for a trip like this that involves so many people from different countries, backgrounds, people who have travel needs that are varying, what does it take behind the scenes to ensure that everything runs smoothly?
Well, this is a very good and big question. Actually, it took us months, almost 6 months, to have create separate detailed plans for the conference, for the gala dinner, for the visit to Nanjing production base, and also for the tour. For example, for the conference alone, we have developed, the meeting agenda and the rundown, the seating plan, the list of the materials and the equipment, design scheme, the design schemes for both interior and exterior spaces, the stage design, on-screen display design for each segment, for each section, plans for music, for lighting, stagecraft, and the PowerPoint presentations. Since there were nearly 7,000 people were attending, we also have a security plan, a vehicle parking and routine plan. Can you imagine? We had 7,000 audience, and each bus take around 50. So actually on that D-Day, there was 140 buses parking in the lot. So even for for directing the vehicles to the right place, we have a special screw doing that. And also admission and ticket checking plan. So we also have the same plans for the gala dinner. Visit to Nanjing production base. We have the plan for different, you see there are different stores, different zones, different areas. So also we have stage for the Nanjing production base. So we have done the schedules and the plans for all this. As for the travel itinerary, we have coordinated with the travel agency. Actually, we hired different travel agencies to do that. For African, we have one for because the Latin American, they have two different routines. Actually, they separate into two teams. So actually, we work with different travel agencies to finalize the daily schedule from sightseeing attractions and routes down to even the menu for each meal. So it requires international service department, design department, new media departments, manufacturing department, procurement department, logistic department, training department, and administration department to collaborate to finish the whole planning and preparation. Of course, the financial departments, they are going to arrange the money for us. Nearly all the staff members in Tianjin and Nanjing production base were mobilized and involved, as it took quite long to complete the planning and preparation for such a China tour. So actually, we treat this the biggest event for every year. If it is in China, it's going to be the biggest because you see this time, more Chinese distributors. So if it is in other countries like in Dubai, the scale would be smaller, but still it requires almost the same plans, schedules, and procedures.
Thank you for that elaborate answer. Now, as we continue, I would like to know, because I have organized a small trip of maybe 6 to 10 people, and I experienced so many challenges. What are some of the challenges that you faced in organizing this trip, and how did you and your team overcome them?
Actually, let's see, every time we do have some challenges, but this time the greatest challenge is the visa issue. It seems to me that it becomes more difficult for the China embassies to issue visa. Actually, I believe this is not only the biggest challenge for us, but also for you. The hotel need us to preserve the rooms long before we were informed that your visa have been issued. So I remember when we come close to, to your arrival, Madame Liu, who is in charge of this, she checked the visa almost every day, or let's say almost every few hours with the branch offices to be notified what is the situation about your visa. Then, we had a lot of discussions and negotiations with the hotel managers because, the company was in a dilemma. On one hand, we need to pay the deposit to preserve the hotel rooms. And on the other hand, we run the risk of losing the money if some of your visas couldn't be issued on time. So you couldn't come and we got to lose money. So actually every day we negotiate, we talk, we upgrade, we update the message, the information for the hotel managers and also for the travel agencies. Also, some distributors arrived one day before, or even on the D-Day. So, on the D-Day of the conference. So this actually gave us a great challenge. It means, when we were busy with the rehearsal, because one day before the D-Day, we did the rehearsal. So during the rehearsal day, we were all at the venue, the conference venue, but we must also look after the distributors who arrive at the hotel because we got to distribute the t-shirts, the caps, and the badges. So, we have to split ourselves into two different places. Even on the D-Day, the distributor team from Myanmar, they just arrived. So early in the morning, so I'm the one who's going to bring their t-shirts, caps and the badges to the venue and give them to the general manager. Because some distributors got their visas even 2 weeks or even 2 months after the event. Some of the distributors from West Africa and from Zimbabwe, they got their visas 2 weeks after the event. So we have to organize a second China trip for a group of delegations from them. And also the delegations from Egypt, they got their visas 2 months after the event. So actually we're going to organize the third China trip for the Egyptian distributors at the beginning of December. Well, we have to see that unfortunately they got to miss the conference, the big conference, and also the gala dinner. We feel very sorry for this, but they can take the visit at Nanjing production base. So I believe the visa issues was the greatest challenge we overcame. We all feel that yes, it becomes more difficult for you to get a visa to China. We really wish that next time such a situation could improve. But even if cannot improve because it's totally beyond of control, we're still trying to control this situation and try to put you as many as one group because the big conference and the gala dinner is the most important event for this China tour. So thank you for asking these questions. And I know that actually for Kenya, Mr. William Su told us actually it took you 6 good months to apply for the visa of distributors. So I know that 8 actually was the greatest challenge also for you. So thank you for your patience and for such a lot of efforts.
Thank you, madam, for the way you've answered the question and also for the sympathy. I know it's quite some challenge when it comes to the visas, but we are grateful that everything worked out and all our distributors were able to come to China. Let me go back to Madam Phelisters. Just before Madam Rainie spoke, Josphat was talking to us about the trip from Shanghai through to Nanjing, and he was talking about how the landscape, everything was very nice. So I would like to ask you, Madam, how was the travel experience between the cities? You see, you landed in Pudong, went to Nanjing, and then came back to Suzhou, and then finally to Shanghai before you flew out. How was the experience? What stood out for you about the people in China, the transport organization, hospitality, all that in a short way? I know it could be long, but in a short way, just explain to us.
My experience was, I don't know how to put it, but my experience was so much impressive. The thing that stood out in everything, the road network. You know, as a driver, I knew this one is in another level. Because when we traveled in the night and the bus had to stop at the zebra crossing, it is in the middle of the night. There is nobody, even you cannot see a cat crossing. But the driver had to obey the traffic lights and just stop until the lights have changed. That was discipline to another level, a very high discipline that I desired that I would emulate, and we could borrow a leaf from that. Two, whereas the driver obeyed the rules that you get to another certain stage and you have to stop. Stopping means you have to rest and then go on. There are people who, even when we are traveling long distance, we tell to ourselves that we'll stop somewhere, and we find ourselves saying, no, we can just push on. But this one is mandatory, and that one I even learned it on my side, and I think I can practice that. Two, the way the road are straight, clean, the drivers are disciplined. I only saw one police station. I don't know if I missed the others, but I only saw one police station, and it was actually locked. So I could picture the picture of our own police station and that one, and I saw that this is something else. The uniformity in buildings, that those skyscrapers, they're just uniform. The residential places, it's the same. You don't know even where to enter. I think if you are living there, you have to really have a landmark to your home or to your house. That was something else. I didn't experience any hill climbing until we reached that a bridge that separates East Shanghai and West. I don't know how it's called. I've forgotten, but that is the only time I saw ourselves climbing. You don't see a corner unless you are interchanging into another lane and into another section. That is when you go to a curve. And I said, you know, this one will always reduce very many accidents. Things that stood up also is when we visited the factory, the Greenwald headquarters, the production facility was on an unforgettable experience. Seeing with my own eyes where the products, how the products we share and we use, it filled me with pride and confidence in the company. The level of technology, cleanliness, the precision or in every process was impressive. The staff was very disciplined, friendly, highly professional. It was clear that Greenwald truly valued quality and integrity, from research to production and even to marketing. I realized that we are not just part of the business, but we are part of the global vision of health and empowerment. That is what I saw, that I'm part of this, I'm inside this, and I have to do my best. I do not want to fail my company. The trip was also not just a tour. It was a journey of personal growth and discovery. I discovered so many things. I learned the importance of teamwork. And teamwork came when we are in a bus and you could see bus 6, bus 7. I was in bus 7 and everybody kept on looking at their neighbors, even though we are not from the same team, but we could look out to our neighbors, we could care, we could share what we have. The tour guide, Fred, Madam Rain, if you see Fred again, the tour guide, say hi to him. He was a very good man. He treated us well. He guided us well. He was very patient with us. And if you know the driver of bus 7, tell him we are so grateful, was very patient with us.
Thank
He
you.
drove us very well. Yeah. And another thing that I experienced is that being with our leaders, like the GM, our own William, in the same bus, and he was just there with us. When we arrived, also, Madam Rain, thank you for the bunny again, the little Dolly. I want to say thank you. You welcomed us, gave us the t-shirt, seeing those people just welcoming us and taking us seriously, it is something that humbled me. So the crisscrossing the city was something that was very impressive to me. I don't know, Fred, if you will still ask me, but I'll come back and say about the things that stood out for me in all those states. I don't know if I can say now or later.
We will come back to you. Let's give
Yeah,
Madam Hannah a chance to talk to us about her travel experience between the cities of Nanjing, Suzhou, Shanghai. What stood out? The people, the transport, the organization, the hospitality. And Madam, you didn't talk about the food, but maybe Hannah can speak about the food.
sure.
Thank Thank you, Mr. Fred. I'll add what Madam Felista have said. She has talked about the outstanding roads. The China has high standards of roads, and also let me talk about their culture. Their culture is very welcoming. Beautiful dresses, especially when we were in the market, you could see their dressing code, and we would think it's a wedding that is happening, and would ask, is it a wedding? Their dress code is very awesome. Most of the time, especially when in the market, we could see the culture dresses. And also, Greenwald has never failed us in hospitality, in terms of hospitality and accommodation. They have always given us, we have always eaten to the fullest. Through the dining table, you can choose whatever you want. You feel at your extent. So in terms of hospitality, they have done the best. Thank you.
Josphat, because you had already spoken about your experience traveling, I want to take you to another question. You toured Nanjing, and then after Nanjing, you went to the city of Suzhou. You rode the famous Suzhou Eye, and then went to Shanghai, and then did some little bit of shopping. Just briefly give us that experience.
Thank you, Fred, for bringing me back again. And to start with, touring Nanjing, Suzhou, and Shanghai was actually an unforgettable experience, filled with culture, beauty, and modern wonders. To start with, Nanjing was very clean, organized, and vibrant. The city blends actually the history with modern development. We got the chance to visit the ancient 600 years wall and temples that stands beside it. Actually, this was actually an highlight to us, most of us. And near those, the 600 meters wall, we got the chance to dance some local Kenyan music because some of us carried some BT, Bluetooth, and we enjoyed it. The people were welcoming, they were good, they were polite, and also ready to help us, even using the gestures. So Nanjing City was actually, wow, it was amazing. And then to share about Shozu, Shozu is actually a calm and elegant and scenic. The traditional garden and canals and bridges gave the city a peaceful calm. Riding the Shozu High Bridge was an highlight. The panoramic view of the city and its waterways at the sunset was actually breathtaking. This was actually an actual experience I've never felt before. At first, I would feel, nervous, but at the end of it, when we actually got to the Shozu Eye, it was actually a nice experience because it was moving slowly by slowly. We thought it is something that could move so fast until some of my colleagues were telling me, if it is like that, I'm not going to board it. So it was really an amazing one, and it perfectly captures what we call the social nickname, which we call it the Vanik of the East. It was so nice experience and one of the memorable historical to our life. And then just to share about shopping in Shanghai, Shanghai is actually one of the highlights of our trip, actually. And I remember Shanghai for so many things. First, I was told by our tour guide, he was called John. We were actually in bus 6. Bus number 6 was actually the best of all. And we had the best, actually, tour guide. So he was telling us so many things, the history about Shanghai. And he told us Shanghai has a population of about 24 million people. But at a glance, you could not see actually what he was meaning, because if you come to Nairobi, you find it has only 4 million people who are scattered within Nairobi and its slums. But in town, you could see people everywhere crowded. But how comes in Shanghai, they have 24 million people, but you cannot see anyone on the street? People are so busy. Everyone you see is actually running errands. So from the luxury malls that we visited, there was actually everything for everyone. That was what was amazing me. And we also got a chance to work with you, Fred, and you were telling us how to do the bargaining in our Kenya shillings, which was really amazing. And we got some gifts to bring back to Kenya. And the city energy is actually electric, and the skyline, especially at night, with it was dazzling. Shanghai truly reflects the spirit of modern China's dynamic and global, and it also full of life. So Shanghai is actually amazing. So if you give me another chance again, I will explain about the sea that we took to go around to check the eastern and western Shanghai, where we got the chance to see the Shanghai Towers, which is actually reflecting different colors. And it's actually tall. It's actually around 632 meters high. This was actually historical, and I'm thankful and grateful to Greenwald, to my uplines, to leaders, to Fred, and everyone who made this journey actually memorable. Asante sana.
Madam Hannah, I know you missed out on the Suzu Eye. We are sorry, but we represented you well. Let me ask Madam Phelisters about her experience with the Suzu Eye. I know I had to push some people who were willing to sit it out, but I had to push them in to ensure they don't miss out, but they didn't regret it eventually. Madam Felicitas, the Suzu Eye.
Just as my brother said, there are people who are saying that if it is going to be a roller coaster, I'm not going. And when we got into it, before you know it, you just find yourself, you have moved. And to be sincere, apart from the cruise ship, the Suzu Eye was my best inspiration in the whole event. One, when we got into it, you don't know where you are going. You could see us going up, because when you got in, we got into that escalator, and we went in, and we were met with those skies, the dummy skies, and we were taking photos there. Then we got in. I didn't know what the dummy skies were meaning, but I realized they were telling us that as you go in, you are going into the skies. Then all of a sudden, you could see now objects down there, down, then people are becoming more smaller and smaller. And you could see the whole city, the waters of the city. You could see those high buildings. You could see the vehicle moving. You are in a better view, and you could see both sides, because when it goes round, you are seeing both sides of the city. So it to me, it was an experience that I'm trying to explain to people here. Even in I was deeply impressed by the ancient visit of the Suzu Eye. It was breathtaking, and it was an experience that I'm trying to explain to people, but I can't. I'm just wishing they were there, and they could experience it themselves. So when we came out of that, when we were slowing down and we are coming out, I looked at the bearings that were rolling that thing up, and I took a picture of it. And I was coming to tell my family this is what was happening, but they could not get it. I also took a picture of how it is planted into the waters. You know, the foundation of that thing is in the waters. And it is just amazing how our engineers in China have gone to another level. So when we are coming out on the lower side. And you just wonder, how is this thing going about? I was so impressed, Fred.
Thank you. I have so many questions about the tours and what you experienced in China, but because of time, I have to skip to another segment of this interview, the commendation ceremony, commendation and recognition ceremony. Madam Hannah, this being not being your first trip, how did the commendation ceremony compare with previous ones?
Thank you, Mr. Fred. Every time we go for a grad meeting, the big meeting, we call it in terms of annual meeting. Every year we have the anniversary. This was the first time to see over 7,000 people. It was challenging. It was motivating. And the event also it always featured the culture of every country, the culture of every country, and also us celebrating the 31st year anniversary with happiness and confidence. A lot of speech from great leaders. We listen to them, which always motivate us to become great and great. And seeing people being awarded is always a special thing. Seeing people being awarded, I saw Chinese distributors being awarded. It was also a challenging, and I could ask myself, if they can work, we can also do better and better and better. We could see they are being awarded as so many gifts, and I was so happy with them. and also interacting with a lot of people. I was with my 3 people. We had qualified, and we could interact, and we could share so many things. Also, it makes us appreciate ourselves. It makes us appreciate ourselves. Feels we are the right place. We feel we are the right place. Even if you're just going for a trip, you felt you are in the right place and you deserve this. You could feel, yes, you deserve this. Even when you're walking, they are going to pick your certificate, to pick when I was going to pick also my award, I felt, yes, I'm in the best place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Hannah. Josphat, this was your first annual overseas commendation and recognition ceremony. How was your experience?
Thank you, Fred. Actually, it was an inspiring and a memorable experience. The event was well organized and filled with a spirit of excellence, recognition, and global unity. It was an honor to be part of an event that brought together distributors and representatives from different countries, actually attended by over 7,000 people. I can never imagine, because it was just an historical moment into my life, and some of the distributors we were with together. So actually, as the way it was designed, we felt that kingship feeling, because it is something that has never happened in our moment and in our lives again. So it was really, really, really an amazing experience to me. And witness recognitions, because we got a chance of being given certificate of recognition and achievement. And we also saw how Greenwald generally has a global network that has built so many people all over the world. And it was just unimaginable of coming up with over 7,000 people that has been sponsored to come witness that glorious moment all over the world. Actually, that was the top notch of that trip. And I also got a chance to get the photos, and I can see my photos are everywhere. So it was a nice experience. Even if I talk about the testimony, I have an outstanding testimony that people can witness exactly that this guy actually attended the international conference hosted by Greenwald in Nigeria. That was very, very historical, Fred. Thank you.
Madam Phelisters, your experience at the annual commendation ceremony.
Hey, Fred, at the international conference, the Kenyan's delegation looked outstanding. We were all dressed in elegant black suits, looking smart and united. You know, people from other countries were drawn to us, and even getting to the hall was almost impossible. I don't know if everybody saw that. It was almost impossible, because I was just thinking, they were thinking, how can a black person wear black and be smart? it was it was something that I wished I knew we had a company photographer, but in my heart I was wishing somebody would just pick those memorable moments, especially when we are entering the hall. It was impossible, and they had literally to make a way for us, because everybody wanted to take a photo with us. They would even push us and pull us to themselves so that they could take photos. And I felt, oh, I'm an international tourist. It was something that was so good. Coming to the labeling of the seats, the organization, the way we had our tour guides, they could tell you that we are coming from here this time, we are moving here this time, and when we are going to the hall, this is your seat, this is where you are going to sit. And I was amazed by the numbering of the seats. You know, the numbers were numbered different in a unique way, in a way that I've never seen before. I've gone to many conferences, to many places, but I've never seen that numbering before, and I was so impressed. When we were getting to get our certificates, everything is tailored. There were no gaps. So everything, it was just flowing. But when we went to the stage, I tell you, I felt proud of myself to be a Kenyan and to belong to Greenworld. So that was on another level. I've never been there, and I would just want to be there again and again. And I would also recommend the organizers. They were up to date. They knew what they were doing. It is not actually, it was an international conference, and actually it met the standards. So I was very impressed.
Thank you, Madam, for that. We go back to Madam Hannah. Madam Hannah, you were recognized as one of the best international trainers from Africa. First of all, congratulations for that. But what I want to know is, how did that moment feel for you personally?
Mr. Fred, it was indeed an incredible experience. Being honored among the best trainer in Africa, an experience everyone should aspire to. You know, becoming an international trainer has been perhaps the most rewarding role I have ever assumed, empowering others, leading them on the same journey, and watching them grow into leaders themselves. In the midst, I had I had mixed emotions. I was happy. I was overwhelmed. I felt like crying, seeing myself there. Remembering the far we have come. I remember when we started Zoom meeting, some of us could not know how to mute or to remove the video. And we could start saying, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You have come from far. Some would say I should not train. Some would say I'm doing too much. I should not do that. And I was just there. I'm ready for anything. Even if I'm called somewhere and I need to train, I was ready for anything. So I was remembering the far we have come, and I had mixed emotions, to cry, to be happy. I felt like jumping, and I thank God. I thank God for the far. I thank my mentors. I thank Madam Rainie, Mr. Budman, Mr. Fred. Mr. Fred, you have been my mentor in this too. And Mr. Bogo, Dr. Ribogo, and also Director Rusi, Mr. Fred. I prayed for you, all of you, and I told God, thank you for holding my hand. And I said that when you have one person in your leg, you have just one person, you are a leader, and you should be a leader to that person. I always say a person. I always say in me being a trainer, in you being a trainer, you impact that person, you impact the whole community, you impact Kenya and also worldwide. So I felt so good, and I appreciated myself, and I appreciated God, and I appreciated my mentor. And I also told my team that this is for us, and this is for Kenya, and we should go for it. We should come out and train, because it also helps us to grow. When you're training, it also helps us to grow and become the best version of ourselves. Thank you.
Madam Rainie, tell us something about the commendation ceremony and recognition ceremony.
Sure. First of all, Madam Hannah, you almost make me cry because, cry out of happiness and proud for all of you because, of African delegations, you're awesome people. When you're in your suit, hey, you look so smart. You look so professional that, we're so proud of you. And also to our trainers, international trainers, I'm so happy and so proud of you becoming, standing on the stage and receiving your recognition. You're awesome. For this such big conference, actually, let me put this way, the 7,000 attendees, believe me, they paid for it. The tickets itself cost approximately 40 US dollars. In Chinese RMB, 298 RMB. And do you see so many people standing outside because they want to enter? They know that, even without the tickets, after the conference was almost come to a close, they could go in. So if we don't control, there are going to be more than 10,000, at least more than 10,000 people on that day. So they're all Chinese distributors. So you can see that actually the company is growing and the Chinese market is also growing. So I think this is the difference you can feel from the previous conference to this one. So of course, with so many audience, you see bigger screen, you see bigger stage, and you see more people. So, from my heart, I know that the company is growing. Just in 1 year time, or let's say 6 months time, the distributor team is expanding and the business is booming. And the only thing we can say that, I'm proud to be one of the staff member in Greenwork, and I'm proud of being one of you because, we're all partners. So that is what I feel. I feel so excited. Although I didn't have any opportunity to go onto the stage, but, actually, I feel so excited for all of you, and I feel so happy, so, proud for each and every one of you. So congratulations, well done. Next time, we hope that we have bigger events.
Now, I want to skip and get to the gala dinner, and I want to ask our participants because the gala dinner is we have the gala dinner with the president, and it is always the highlight of the tour. Can you briefly explain the atmosphere and your experience in that, and if there are any lessons that you picked from the international interactions that from that gala dinner? Madam Phelisters, we'll start with you.
The gala dinner, I realized that people came together. We get to experience eating new dishes. People were looking smart. They were dressed to their best. And Kenya in royal blue. Madam Anne, you remember we made a lot of noise, but we came out so smart. Our men were looking good, and we are also looking good. We looked at other countries, and people were dressed in very beautiful clothes, and everything turned out very nice. And when we went to present our song, and people danced, and we are asked again to go and do it again. And you find that it makes you feel that you might be, you cannot look down on yourself. Everything that you are doing, it stands out. To somebody else, it may be little, but to others, it is a big thing. The setup of the tables, I had said before that before we moved out of our buses, our guide always directed us that this is what was going to happen. I was seated at table 71. And they just come and sit. You mark at every table, and you are seated with other people. You are interacting. You are taking pictures. You are dancing. You are not understanding anybody's language, but you are happy and you are one. That is what impressed me most, because we interacted with the Chinese, the locals, and we were not understanding one another, but we could come together, smile, take photos, dance, hug, just be happy. I think that is what stood up for me. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Josphat, I hope that it was not all about eating, that there was a little bit of networking that you did. So my question would be, how was it meeting these new people from different countries and being with the Greenwald leaders and distributors that maybe sometimes we've just been seeing on social media or on WhatsApp or on videos? How was it?
Thank you, Fred. Actually, to start with, the gala dinner with President Deming Lee was a truly memorable highlight of the trip, actually. The atmosphere was elegant, warm, and full of celebration. The venue was so beautifully decorated with soft light and a classy table setting. I was actually at table number 58, and it was really, really amazing. And this actually created a sense of prestige and appreciation. Deming Lee presence and also top leadership, top Greenwald leadership added a special touch of honor and inspiration. Now, actually meeting with networking or leaders from other countries inspired me, was an inspiration and enriching experience. It provided me a great opportunity to exchange ideas, share success stories, and learn from each other business strategies that they are using in different countries. The diversity of perspectives and experience from different regions also created a vibrant atmosphere of collaboration and friendship. The interactions helped me to strengthen international partnership and open doors for future cooperation and also growth within the global Greenwald family. Just to highlight some of the lessons that I learned from that experience is, one, the power of teamwork and collaboration is really, really important in this profession. The second one is the importance of cultural exchange. It's also very important so that you understand how they do it in different cultures and also how they prosper in their businesses. And also the other one is about commitment, and consistency is actually pays most, because once you're committed, things get easier. And also, I also learned something about leadership. Leadership is through service. You lead by example, through the experience from all the networkers again. And also I learned about global vision with also local action. So when we operate locally, we can operate while having the global vision. So those are some of the lessons that I learned from that gala dinner meeting and interacting with fellow distributors from across the globe. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you once again. Madam Hannah, your experience at the gala dinner, how was it? I can see you dancing somewhere there in the photos.
Yes, yes. But Mr. Fred, I love dancing. It's part of me. It's in me. First of all, Mr. Fred, I want to say Felista, Madam Felista, and Mr. Ogolla, you should buy me a sweet. I did a lot of work. When Madam Rainie was doing work, I also was dealing with them. Yeah,
Sure.
dress code, the t-shirts we put, the black suit. I used to call Mr. Friend and this message I can't deal with it. Sometimes I would feel I need to do head-on collision. And they could tell me with Madam Director, Hannah, you should have shock absorber because there are people, but at the end they will appreciate. And now I feel good when you see yourself beautiful there. And with what the attires we had, we were very, very, very beautiful. The gala dinner featured cultural performances from every country, filling the hall with rhythm. We joined with dancing and filled with the hall with the spirit of love and happiness. As usual, it is exciting. I've always wished to go with my team. Last year, my team went 8 of them, and I was cut because the cut almost end. But at least my team went. I didn't go with them, and I have always prayed to go with my team because we used to go with Mr. Fred and me cross legs. Mr. Fred and me, and he had his team, but I could not have even a single person. But through the room, seeing my team dancing and enjoying, feeling happy, I also was happy. We cheered, new product introduction, dancing. You can see our team there dancing, Masai song. It's a cultural song, and in the end, the message was shown with the message was at the end. The message was shown. We with integrity we embark. In trust, we build together. We create a healthier, a brighter future. We are the future of Greenwald. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Hannah. Coming back to Madam Rainie, from your perspective, what values or culture does Greenwald try to express through these international trips and more so through the events like the gala dinner?
Thank you, Fred, for this beautiful question. The idea we want to convey is that Greenwald is one big family. It is through Greenwald that we meet, collaborate, and work together to achieve of dreams. So at Greenwald, we transcend the boundaries of race, of language, and region. So friendship and communication are the core themes of China trip. So moreover, life is rich and multidimensional. Life should not only involve hard work, but also joy and relaxation. As a Chinese saying, we have a Chinese saying going like this, strain and relaxation, each in its term, embodies the principle of good governance. So a life without leisure and enjoyment is no life at all. So through the Greenwald Business Platform, we hope to bring everyone health, wealth, happiness, and joy. So actually, the gala dinner is always my favorite part. I enjoy it very much.
And thank you for being a wonderful MC during the gala dinner. Now we move to another highlight of this trip, which is the visit to the Greenwald headquarters and production base. Madam Phelisters, how did it feel to see where everything begins?
Thank you, Fred. First, when we got to the entrance of that place, And we were wearing the green blueberry t-shirts and the capes. And when we got to the gate, it was crowded. But being given the first priority to enter, I didn't just take it for granted. I really humbled and said, God, thank you. And thank you, Greenwald, for honoring us and honoring me in particular. You know, I personalized it and said, this is a honor. I didn't say that sometimes there are things you deserve, but you take it for granted. I didn't take it for granted. I bowed down and said, thank you. So the visit to the factory, as I said before, the facility is to another level, to a high standard. And you know, it was on both sides of the road because we took lunch on the other side and the festival was taking place on the other side. There was no formal program, but everything flowed. You are just flowing. We entered, we got into the factory, we were ushered in to dress up again, to cover our hair, to cover our feet, our shoes with those coverings, and also just to get in and to wear a mask. That showed us that they care about what they are producing and what they are giving us. And then, you know, allowing us to just go to the factory and to experience what the people there are doing. It means there is nothing there to hide. It means that they are accommodating us to be part of them. And that showed that the cleanliness was actually to another level. I talked of the staffs being disciplined. They were friendly. They were highly professional. It was clear that Greenwald valued quality and integrity from research and even up to the marketing level. So you could see people are busy in the factory, others were busy purchasing, others were busy being entertained, others were busy being rewarded because we could even paint our nails with Greenwald painting and our t-shirts. So there were so many goodies that were given. To me, it was a world-class standard experience. Thank you, Fred.
Madam Hannah, what insights did you gain about the company's technology and research and production quality?
Mr. Fred, when we talk about the company takes us to the production base in our business, PPT, and we usually say you gain a lot of confidence. We talk, but we don't know. We always hope one day we'll be there to see the real production base, and that times comes when we always go to the production base. I love talking about products. I could see a lot of people dancing, and I said I love dancing, but before I danced, I could allow myself to walk to the production base, see our as Madam Felix is saying, the staffs working very clean, showing us how the products are manufactured, high quantity, high quality, and one thing I throughout the time I've gone to the Nanjing production base, I have understood that the companies that are around, especially in Kenya, they are always a middle because they get the product from another company so that they can supply from us. But us, we get from the source. Imagine we get from the source. So it means high tech, high quality, good quantity. And it creates a confidence when you come back to move the products crazily. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Josphat, Being your first time to be at the production base, and I can see in one of the photos there enjoying something. How did this visit strengthen your confidence about the Greenwald products and also about Greenwald's mission and vision?
Thank you, Fred, for again bringing me back. Actually, visiting our Nanjing production base was an eye-opening for me and my colleagues that we went with. And to start with, it was an opening and inspiration experience, and I felt incredible to see the firsthand where everything begins. Actually, we got the chance to work with my upline and my two success lines through the company production basis, and to actually see the processing of how the products are being manufactured, taken through, everything was just amazing. When we got there, we got it's a very clean area, a very peaceful environment, and everything just changed. From the production and research, development, and advanced manufacturing process, we witnessed the high standard of quality control, modern technology, and professionalism of the staff that gave us a deep appreciation of excellence behind every Greenwald product. This actually installed a strong sense of pride and confidence that is built from the company that upholds the innovation, integrity, and commitment to health and wellness. This visit actually, the visit actually made me understand that Greenwald vision is tangible and reinforced the belief that brand's success is built on a solid foundation of science, teamwork, and passion. So actually, I really learned great lessons there. And also, when we went to the other side where we were taking lunch, we got the chance of tasting the blueberry wine, and it was very nice. I had my colleague, Mr. Brian, with me and Mr. Wilson, as well as Dennis. They never wanted to leave that place because because of the experience, and it was really nice. I heard even one of them was being chased by the by the staffs there that you've taken too much. You may not go back to the bus. So it was an amazing experience actually, and this gave me a credibility that actually Greenwald is focused on a great agenda of making sure that health products are well being manufactured and they are well being observed through highest technology possible, and everything is just clear. So I'm very confidently that if I explain to a client about a product or a patient about some of the product, I will be confident of saying this and this and this because I was there to experience that. Thank you, Fred.
I really would have wanted to know who that was who was being chased, but let me just leave it there and go to Madam Rainie because I would like to know if from these answers that we are getting from our guests, does it reflect the intended purpose of the trip to the headquarters of the production base?
Oh, yes, of course. This is one of the highlights to help you to gain the confidence when we talk about our products. When we present our products, we know that the products actually can bring us health. But the point is, the technology behind this. So we must understand how these products were produced. So you saw the machine, you see the exhibition hall. Actually, you see the products from different regions, and also you taste the products. And even, you saw the food part extended beyond the food supplement. Because in Africa, the majority of the products, the main production line is the dietary supplement. But actually, in Latin America and in China, the strongest line is the food, including beverages, candies, uh, nowadays even we introduce beers, 3 flavored beers. And a couple of days I received the blueberry dark chocolate. So actually all this, the wines, the liquors, all this are made by Greenwood. So actually this open your mind that, in the future, this may enrich your current production line. So because, the young generations got to love this food.
Thank you. Thank you. Madam Hannah, you and a few others joined the president, Professor Deming Lee, and other top trainers in visiting the Nanjing Agricultural University. Briefly, because we don't have a lot of time, what was that visit about and what did you learn?
It was an honor, rubbing shoulders, walking hand in hand with the president. It was an honor to be with her there. The visit to the university history was all about University History Museum, visit to laboratories, and we also had inauguration ceremony of Professor King Sheng microbiome laboratory. King Shen is a mentor to Madam Deming Lee, a professor to Madam Deming Lee. And one thing I learned from working and being with Madam President there, we first of all went to see where all the museum, where all the professors were there. And we were told how they have been able to do a lot of work there in the University of Nanjing. And when we were going out, Madam President remembered she has not taken a photo with his mentor. And she told us, please come back, photo. And we went and we clapped. And I was happy to see that because she appreciated her mentor. Two, I realized that Madam Deming Lee is there to create legacy. She has all the money, but she wants to create legacy. She's a legacy to his professor. The same thing, she wants to create legacy. We also went to inauguration, and the history was all about Madam Deming Lee has donated this amount. This university has a lot of students are learning because of her, and you could feel good, and you could see that she is there to bring to give to she is there to create a legacy. And another thing that I learned is that Chinese people they like holding good things, because we were called the daughter to a professor was called to come and greet us, and they have they still respecting her, remembering her. Welcome to Kenya. If the professor dies, the family, even those people who fought for Kenya to be independent, we could feel like Kimathi, the daughters of Kimathi are very poor in Kenya, but now she stays in the university. She's well taken care. She's happy. They respect her. Walking in there, you could see that they are really respecting her. We bowed down to the statue to respect the professor. We also went to the laboratories. And the company is using a high-tech. We went to the second university. The company is using a high tech, a high tech, in a high technology, and I realized that the company doesn't pay for researchers. It has its own research, people who do research. And when we were working with Madam Deming Lee, and Madam Rainie was explaining everything, every lab we went, she could explain. We reached her laboratory, I think it's a microbiome or something laboratory, and Madam President would tell Madam, explain well here, I think. And almost Madam Rainie explaining, Madam President have started explaining, and you could see it's something inside her. It's something inside her. We also went to the fertilizer, where it is fermented, and we met with Professor Shen, who is Shen, yeah, the other one I'm unable but Professor Shen, we were told he's the best professor in China. He's the best professor, and he's under the production, or the production of our Nutplant Organic Plus fertilizer. And when we were all being explained everything, they are there with Professor Deming Lee and also Professor Sheng, and we are all clapping, and they are telling us, no, you should, no. And I was kind of, you know, we are eating, farmers are very happy. A lot of distributors are very happy. Please allow us to clap for you. Allow us to honor you and be happy with you. And I was really enjoyed. I was honored, and I felt very, very good. And Madam Rainie was telling us, some things we might not understand them when we are talking, but now we were in that place, and we could see everything and what has been happening. And let me tell you guys, we are on the best company. We are in the right place. When you go out there, talk with a lot of pride, because you should be the pride of this company, because they are doing their researches well. They have the best technology in the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Madam Rainie, I know I will steal a little bit of time from our listeners, because we've taken a little bit more time than we had expected, but as we are getting to the end of it, I would like you to tell us about this visit from your own perspective, and why it is important for our trainers.
Actually, the visit to Nanjing Nanjing Agricultural University aims to award of selected distributors, leaders, and outstanding trainers. Well, when we talk at your OPP, when we talk about the technology, the scientific background of Dr. Deming Lee, believe me, a lot of people don't really have an idea what we are talking about. When we talk about, her work at Nanjing Agricultural University, her expertise in soil microbiology, her study in organic fertilizers, and the research on the effect of the blueberry anthocyanins on human cells. So, when we talk about this, for ordinary people, most of the ordinary people, they don't understand what we are talking about. Even for our trainers, I believe some of the trainers don't know what they're talking about. So we want to actually use this opportunity to let you feel, let you see, let you witness, let you experience what is really the cutting edge technology Green World is, good at. And also, at Nanjing Agricultural University, our distributor representatives can witness the legacy, just like what Madame Hannah has mentioned, the legacy of Dr. Deming Lee herself. The legacy inherited from Professor Fan Qingsheng, who is her mentor, and a role model who has the spirit of dedicating his whole life into the scientific research and into benefiting the common people. So it is this very legacy that forms the foundation of Greenwood. The Greenwood spirit and Dr. Deming Lee's lifelong commitment to contributing to human health. So we want you to also experience the legacy. At Nanjing Agriculture University, we also saw the instruments, the facilities, the cutting-edge machines that we use for the research and experiment. Also, we met Professor Shen Qirong, Mr. Shen, Professor Shen. At Nanjing Agriculture University, to be honest, without you guys, I myself didn't have the opportunity to meet such a known professor and scientist because, he is the academician. Academician in China is conferred by the Chinese government. This is a title given to the very special and known scientists in China, and even they are the world-class scientists. So if you met Professor Shen Qirong, actually it is comparable to seeing that I met Steve Jobs in Silicon Valley, or I exchanged the greetings with Warren Buffett. So that alone is something that you could probably talk about for a lifetime. But of course, our goal is not only to just give you some stories to share, but to allow our distributors to personally witness the scientific depths behind of NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer and the future products, the agriculture products that Greenwood is going to introduce into Africa. So from the feedback of leaders and trainers, I believe, this is the highlight of your China trip. But only the selective ones can be there. So we wish that next year there could be selected distributors, leaders, and outstanding trainers to be there. So next time, when you're standing on the stage talking about Greenwood scientific technology, you got to understand, of training is not only about knowledge. Actually, the most important part training is your personal experience, your personal sharing, and also what the confidence that the company can infuse it to you. So actually, your personal experience is what you feel after you consume the products. But what the company can really convey it to you is what you can witness at the Nanjing Agriculture University. So next time of distributors and trainers, if you're standing on the stage, presenting about the technical background, the scientific research background of Dr. Deming Lee and of a product of Greenwood, you feel confidence. This is all the goal, the ultimate goal we want to achieve when we invite you to visit Nanjing Agriculture University, to have faith, to have confidence toward our products, toward the company, and toward what you are seeing.
Thank you. Thank you. I have so many other questions that I would have wanted to ask, but because of time, I'm going to just let them slide and maybe ask our participants and our guests. First of all, how the trip changed your outlook of Greenwald, and maybe what message would you give to those distributors or those people who are here planning to join, or those who have joined and are working towards maybe qualifying for international trips in the future? Very briefly, because we are already eating extra time. Madam, we start with Madam Phelisters.
Thank you, Fred. This trip has taught me that when you have the right mindset, a supportive team, a strong mentorship, nothing is impossible. I returned from China renewed, inspired, and ready to help more people arise in green world. So I know that together we go further and together we shine, because this journey has given me more light, more inspiration, and I'm looking forward for a greater team. Thank you.
Madam Hannah?
Greenwood changes your life very, very fast. And Greenwood delivers. It is not a hit and run business. To all those wondering if it is possible next to nothing, I'm here to say it's possible. Start where you are, start the course, stay open to learning, and be thankful to the opportunity. Be thankful for Greenwood opportunity. It may be a long road to travel, but the results are always worth it. Having my mom in for entire trip, seeing her, me being awarded as the best trainer, it's a blessing. Today, I stand grateful to Greenwald Vision, to my mentors for the guidance, and to every member, my team, who keeps this dream alive. Let us continue to lead, serve, and empower, because together we are the future of Greenwald. If serving is below you, leadership is beyond you. Thank you and God bless you. Let's meet at the top.
Josphat, how did this trip change your outlook of the business? And what would you tell distributors who are working hard to qualify for future international trips?
Thank you, Fred. So overall or generally, what I can say about the trip helped me that to see that teamwork, strong leadership, and a global outlook are the key to the lasting growth, both personally and professionally. And to those who are working to achieve the trip, my message to you is keep believing, keep pushing, and never give up on your dreams. The trips are not just rewards, they are life-changing experience that open your eyes to global vision, strength, and integrity behind Greenwald. Thank you.
Thank you. As we end, Madam Rainie, what message would you like the participants to take home about the purpose of these international experiences?
Greenwood is a big family, and each and every one of us is part of this. So we thank you so much for enjoying your trip in China, and we are expecting more from Africa and more from different continents. So we hope next time more people will you can communicate, and more people can unite as a big family. So we thank you very much for your joint effort for today. Thank you very much for your very professional hosting, Mr. Fred. And also each time, you are one of the best supporters to Kenyan team. So we thank you so much. We appreciate your effort. And I wanted to say on behalf of all the Chinese distributors, we got to see that we Chinese people love you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Rainie, for that. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to host this huge, I can call it event, because Greenwald Africa Empowerment Session is not a small thing. It's huge. Brings together people from many, many countries, and being at the center of it is a huge honor. It's a huge honor. Thank you to our distinguished guests, Madam Phelisters Ambuka, Madam Hannah Macharia, Mr. Josphat Ogolla. Thank you very much, and heartfelt thanks to our audience. Your presence, your attention was truly special to this empowerment session. We have come to the end of tonight's session, and as we conclude, what I want to say is that one thing is clear: this business is not just about the products and about the bonuses or the ranks. This business is about the possibilities. It's about the possibilities. And we've had today living proof that Greenwald can open your doors. Yeah, it can open your doors. So our guests who visited China, they experienced new culture. They built new friendships. They got new knowledge, and they also got to enjoy and experience the warmth and the hospitality of the Chinese people. And the beauty of this is that their journey can be your journey too, so long as you are willing to be it. And every qualification that you've had these guests have, it's about the decision that they made. And if you're here and you are just here to listen to the story, it is about time you made a decision to believe in yourself. If you're in the business, make that decision to stay consistent, and make that decision to work on a plan every day. So until then, I just want to wish you keep growing, keep believing, and keep moving forward. Don't stay stagnant. Yes, don't stay stagnant. Just keep moving and keep believing. Thank you all for joining. In Swahili, we say asante sana. In Chinese, we say sheshe. I don't know how we say it in many other languages across the continent, but see you guys at the top. This was truly powerful. Wonderful evening. See you next time.
Thank you. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next
Thank
time.
you. Thank you
Asante
very
sana.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, friend.
We
Thank you very
appreciate
much,
our
Madam
family.
Hannah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
It was a
Josphat.
nice session.
Thank you, Fred.
Voilà.
Everyone.
谢谢，再见。
Sheshe.
谢谢，再见。
Yeah.
再见。
谢谢，再见。
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Good night, Madam Rainie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, checking in from Nairobi Development House.
Taking in from
It's in
CBD.
Ogega. Thank you.
Kids and Wellness Center.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye bye.
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 Yo.
Ogolla.
Bye.